What's going on, guys? It's your homie Chess, and today I will start the dramatic narration of one of my favorite comic series. The story starts off with a loud bang. Wally West holds his chest in pain. A bullet pierced his heart. He usually can outrun a bullet or vibrate fast enough for it to pass through him, but this time it's different. He was shot in the back, point blank range, and he's going to die in seconds. But that's more than enough time for the fastest man alive. He runs to his house, telling his wife and children he loves them. Then he races to the Flash Museum, where he sprints on the cosmic treadmill, resorting to his last option as lightning crackles around him. He's trying to change fate. The gunshot sound infiltrates Gar's dream. Under the blankets, as a mouse, Raven wakes him up and comforts him. "You're safe. You can wake up now," she tells him softly. Beast Boy shifts back into his normal form, apologizing for sleep changing again before realizing what time it is. He jumps out of bed, telling Raven that the world is relying on them and this is the day they step up. He looks at his underwear. "The world would probably find me more reliable if I put on pants," he says jokingly. On an island, Nightwing and Donna pull up on Garth, proposing a proposition to him. "Nightwing, Donna, you honestly believe you can take over for the Justice League?" he asks them. Nightwing takes a step forward. "I honestly believe together we can help the world," he says with confidence. "The oceans are a big part of the world. The Justice League were a team. The Titans are something stronger." Donna smiles and chimes in. "Garth, this is it. This is what we've been preparing for since we were kids," she declares. But Garth turns his head to the sky. "Do you have any idea what's happening to the sea, to my home? So many heroes fighting for the world on the surface. But the oceans die a little more every day," he tells them coldly. "I know what you've done in Bloodhoven, and it's admirable, but transforming the world is a lot bigger than changing a city. I'm sorry, I can't join the Titans. I'm already working with someone." Nightwing asks him who. Garth turns back toward the sea. "Someone I think can make a real difference, someone who can do what the Titans can't." He dives into the ocean and says, "Look after your 29% of Earth." Later in Bloodhaven, a crowd gathers around the Titans as they approach Titan Tower, overgrown with trees and other plant life. Nightwing turns to the group and says, "I hope you're ready, because the world is watching us. Gar, Raven, I wasn't sure what your sleeping arrangement would be, so there's a room each if you want." Beast Boy steps forward. "That's probably for the best," he says in agreement. But Raven doesn't agree. Gar turns toward Raven. "Raven, there's no way I'm asking you to—" But before he can finish, Raven cuts in. "Excuse us for a moment, Garfield." They have a short telepathic conversation. Raven begins to communicate to Garfield inside his mind. "Gar, I am half demon, yet you care for every part of me." Being a little presumptuous there, Beast Boy tells her, but she continues. "I presume nothing. I'm an empath. I know your feelings. You were shot and almost died. Your dreams are clearly filled with nightmares of what you have endured. Whether you have to hide or have to protect yourself, whether you need to change into a mouse or a porcupine when you sleep, when you wake up, I'll be there for every part of you." "You're amazing," she tells him, reaching out, placing a hand on his cheek. Then she leans in and kisses him. Flashes from cameras shine bright in the background as the crowd begins to take pictures of the two kissing. Nightwing turns his head and says, "When I invited the public to watch the Titans' first big day, this isn't really what I had in mind." Cyborg looks and says, "To be fair, you couldn't predict Raven would participate in a public display of affection." Donna smiles. "It's like seeing a snake tap dance." Starfire says, "I think it's very sweet." Beast Boy says, "Got caught up with something." Raven says, "We enter." The team walks toward Titan Tower. Cyborg cuts in, "What about the Flash?" Donna tells him he's joining the Titans, but he's married with children. He's not moving back into a shared house with his childhood friends. Nightwing lets the group know that Garth decided not to join. Beast Boy turns to him. "What? Why?" Donna says, "I really don't know." Beast Boy says, "I can talk to him. I could be really persuasive. I'll alternate between the cutest animals and the most annoying animals until I wear him down." Suddenly, a voice interrupts. "Titans, we have an emergency. Category 5, transmitting coordinates to Cyborg now." Cyborg opens the portal, and the Titans leap into action. Nightwing says, "Moving day will have to wait. What are we dealing with?" "Titano is attacking a nuclear power plant," Oracle tells Nightwing. The team looks at the ape with surprise. They jump right into action. "I'm connected to the power plant network. The containment is breached," Cyborg shouts. Nightwing begins to bark orders. Raven, teleport as many people out of the area as you can. Donna, we need to push Titano away from the power plant before engagement. You can't risk a fight leading to more damage. If you and Star can. But Gar cuts in. Wait, let me. Star showed me this former apex predator on a Tamaranian moon, and I mean, I just don't know when I'll ever get a chance to do this again, he says. Beast Boy roars and scratches the monster in the face, knocking him off the power plant structure. Cyborg rockets through the sky. Okay, yeah, that's awesome, he shouts. Titans. From the data I'm receiving, I'd estimate we're 3 minutes from one of the most destructive nuclear events in history. I'm going in, he tells the team as he flies in. There's already a radiation leak. Donna is holding a crew worker in one arm while simultaneously holding up a vehicle full of other power plant scientists in the sky. Sai, are you sure you can withstand it? She questions with concern. Cyborg rockets down. Pretty sure. And it's not like I have an option, he says as he lowers toward the leak. Beast Boy is still tussling with Titano as the workers cry out in fear, screaming, and Starfire holds 2 of them in the air. Nightwing tries to control the chaos. We're going to get you out of here. Don't panic, he shouts at them. He looks up in the sky at Raven. Raven, can you calm them down? He asks. Raven casts, opening a portal. It's all right. Ignore the battling leviathans and the impending nuclear disaster. Exit through here, please, she orders, and the workers begin to follow her direction. The sound of helicopter blades roars in the background as Nightwing thinks to himself, oh great, this is not going to make the situation any better. Then Peacemaker steps out of one of the helicopters with a menacing look. Kill that thing, he shouts, pointing in the direction of Beast Boy and Titano battling. Nightwing sprints forward in a hurry. No, he shouts as a soldier prepares to launch an RPG. He looks up in the sky. Starfire, Donna. Titano is far enough from the plant. Drop him now, he demands. Starfire launches a devastating energy blast, and Donna comes in with a flying punch. Titano falls to the ground, badly damaged, with a loud boom. 20 minutes later, helicopters carry the beast off. Peacemaker gets on the phone with the higher-ups. Yes, sir, the site is stable and the ape is contained, but I strongly advised against this. The Titans shouldn't. Yes, sir, understood. He turns face to face with the Nightwing. Unwelcome orders? Nightwing questions. The president, against my counsel, has asked me to share some information with you about these attacks, Peacemaker says. Beast Boy steps forward. Great. I have questions like, how did the giant ape sneak up on a nuclear power plant? It's not like there are any giant trees for it to swing through, Beast Boy questions. Nightwing says, put a muzzle on your creature, Peacemaker says, pointing at Beast Boy. That pisses off the Titans. They all look at him with a menacing look. Excuse me? Raven asks. I really thought Titano would be the worst monster we face today, Donna declares. Unknown forces are attempting to cause enormous ecological damage to the world. We believe this monkey was weaponized. Now, I think we should shut you down, but the president would like you to work for the U.S. government, Peacemaker tells the Titans. Nightwing quickly answers, no. Excuse me? Peacemaker asks. The Titans will be working for the world, not for the interest of one nation, Nightwing declares. Peacemaker lowers his head. This is a one-time offer. Your president is asking you to serve your country, he informs them. It's not my country, Donna tells him. It's not even my world, Starfire chimes in. I was born in another dimension, Raven adds. Nightwing looks Peacemaker in his eyes. In my experience, superpowers and nationalism are a very bad mix. There's no reason for antagonism between us, he tells him. The existence of the Titans is antagonistic. Do you honestly believe we allow so much unchecked power to operate freely? Peacemaker questions fiercely. Cyborg corrects him. Without us operating freely, you wouldn't be alive right now. You were 3 minutes away from a major nuclear event. Nothing you could do in that time could have averted disaster. You should try a little gratitude, Cyborg says, but Peacemaker raises his finger. I'm not taking advice from a walking supercomputer. I could potentially hack it into our systems. Cyborg smiles at him. Oh, Peacemaker, I'm far beyond anything you can comprehend. I don't have to hack into your system. I just have to glance their way. He opens up a portal, and the Titans prepare for departure, but before they leave, Nightwing turns back and says, We're not the Justice League, and I'm not Batman. There's no reason for the usual secrecy and simmering tension. We're happy to share any information we've discovered about this. You know where to find us. Peacemaker turns around and gets on the phone. Yeah, they reacted exactly as you predicted. They're going to be a problem for us, Waller, he tells her. The Titans arrive back at Titan Tower. Cyborg tells the group, if we're going to be roommates again, before we step through this door, we need some rules. Like what? Gar asks. For instance, Gar, just because a giant octopus can watch this in a cartoon doesn't mean it's a practical strategy in real life, Cyborg tells him. I tried that one time, Beast Boy says, and you passed out from lack of oxygen and missed a pile of smashed crockery, Starfire tells him. I've learned. I remember I have gills. Next time I wash the dishes is in a bath, Beast Boy says. Cyborg looks at him, smiling. I'm not eating from your octopus bathwater dishes. But suddenly, Nightwing cuts in. Say, what's wrong? Raven asks him. Nightwing bends down, investigating a blood stain on the floor. It's blood, he says. He pushes the door open, reaching for his baton as the rest of the Titans prepare for battle again. What is it? Donna asks. Nightwing's eyes widen in surprise. No, the shoe print. I know that tread. The Titans rush down the stairs, following the trail of blood, until the Titans are surprised to find Wally West laying on the floor in a pool of blood. Wally, Nightwing shouts. He reaches out and checks for a pulse, but Raven says, He's gone, Dick, I can feel it. Nightwing thinks in his head, the Justice League had disbanded. I've been inactive, but if the planet's protection is in my hands, I'm going to need my friends alive. No one move, he says out loud. This is a crime scene. And this wraps up one of my favorite comics. Who Killed Wally West? Find out next video. Be sure to like and subscribe because it helps out the channel.